It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we have a can of Emu Export coming in at 4.2% ABV in a 375ml can, and it's been brewed for the Swan Brewing Company, part of the Lion Group, I believe, out there in Australia. Many thanks even to Trevor, who was kind enough to send this beer all the way from Australia. So Export, it's looking like, I've not done any research on the beer because I like to go into my beer reviews blind, but it's looking like an Export strength kind of lager at 4.2. 3-finger white head, good levels of carbonation, light straw coloured. Let's get the aroma. It's smelling like a light lager. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Light, fluffy, it's going to be incredibly drinkable. Kind of like a zesty, spicy, lemony aroma coming through. Let's dive in. Cheers, everyone. I've been told off by a few Australian people, but it's understandable. I'm from the UK. It's a lack of knowledge. It's a lack of geographical knowledge. It's only what we get shown here in the UK that we kind of think that is Australia. And it's that stereotypical thing that happens whether you live in Italy or France or Germany or Belgium or Russia or Australia, America. People get put in a box. And for the Australians, that box, let's start with the French, we just don't want to go straight to the Australians. You think of baguettes and a guy walking around with garlic and a stripy black and white t-shirt with a nice hat on and a moustache. Stereotyping, yeah? That's just one example. Think of the Italians, that kind of spinning pasta, pizza, is stereotyping. What we get shown here from Australia is that it's always boiling hot. It's always summer, the weather is always terrific, it's always boiling hot. And that's the reason why when I get into beers like this, I always talk about, or I always used to talk about, the 42 degrees in Australia. It's the reason why they brew these light lagers, is just to refresh themselves with. Until, yes, I got told off. I got told off by some Australians on this very channel in the comments box saying, actually, there's a lot of the time of the year in certain parts of Australia that it's normal weather, it's not kind of baking hot all the time, and we don't always need these kind of light lagers. It's just what you get shown, and that's right. And that's the fault of the television companies, that's the fault of the people with cameras showing us what we should think of these kind of, the stereotyping. So I was about to go, so I will rephrase that. This is what I'll do, I'll rephrase what I'm about to say into a more tooled sentence. In Australia, in the summer, when the heat does get to about 35 to 42 degrees, this is the reason why this style of beer is brewed. It's a smack back, refreshing, drinkable brew to have in the middle of the day. You imagine working in that heat. And then finishing work, you've lost 16 pints of water coming out through perspiration, and you just need to replenish yourself with with something cold and wet. And this is exactly what this beer has been designed to do, is just to refresh. It's not the worst beer in the world, it's not the best beer in the world. It's an export strength lager. Pardon me. That's quite carbonated. And that's okay. That's okay, because it serves a purpose. If you've tuned into this beer review thinking this is some kind of craft beer, then no, it's not. It's not a craft beer by any means. It's just a crisp, cold. I'm going to say all malt. I will say that it's an all malt lager. It's pretty tasty for a lager. Would I throw it away? No. Would I drink it? Yes, of course. It's okay. A little bit spicy on the back end and peppery. A little bit of lemon. A little bit of sweet malt to begin with. So a nice balance to the beer. It's nice to have the carbonation, pushes the beer on the inside of the mouth, releases more of that kind of peppery, spicy flavour. It's a refresher. I can imagine you buy that in a 4-pack or a 6-pack or a 12-pack. You whack it in the fridge and you get going about 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday with the barbecue going. That's exactly what, this beer has been brewed to do. It's just to refresh, to replenish all of the liquids you might have lost in the middle of summer in Australia. Is there anything else to say just about refunds and stuff? So it's been brewed under license in various breweries for the Swan Brewing Company, part of the Lion Group. Rating. It's for a mainstream lager, it's a 7 out of 10. It's a 7 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. It's not great, it's not bad, it's a middling, meddling, run-of-the-road beer that you just kick back, relax and enjoy with. 7 out of 10. Thank you very much to Trevor for sending. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers!